Hey, welcome. So in this video, I want to talk a little bit about why emotional acceptance works. Why does it actually work? I mean, what is the feeding some of your logic, I guess, and try to explain to you why it works. So in this, I'm going to give you a little bit of the science behind it, and more so, I'm going to give you my own realization as to why it works as well. Because the way I see it is, right, you can explain why something works and try and prove it and the logic until the cows come home. But ultimately, what actually means that it works is the proof is in the pudding, right? So my life, my transformation is the proof that I need personally, and my clients and their transformation is proof enough. But I want to explain to you a little bit, feed some of that mind of yours, all right? So, brain food. So there's this book that I came across a few years ago. I was not aware that someone was actually had a similar method, or almost the same sort of method as what I was teaching. Dr. David Hawkins, I believe, and he's passed away now. He's got a book called The Letting Go Book, and in there he has some of the science, a little bit touches upon the science behind why this method works. And there were some scientists, they've got a paper that they submitted, I believe 1982 or something. They are called two scientists called Gray and LaValette, I believe, and their scientific research found essentially that memories, which are essentially a collection of thoughts, were stored in the mind upon a platform, I guess. The filing system was a set of feelings. That when the feelings are dislodged, the memory is dislodged, or the thoughts are dislodged. And that was part of their findings. So they were teaching something along the lines of, when you allow yourself to let a feeling go, that memory that has been stored in your being, in your mind, that collection of thoughts is essentially, it has no more home and it's gone, essentially. Okay, that's what they found. But I had more of a deeper insight. About 6 months ago, I did a 10-day silent meditation retreat. And towards the end of this course, I had this sudden realization, my own inner science, you could call it, as to why this method works. And let me try and explain it to you. Do you remember in one of the earlier videos I spoke about the wound, right? A physical wound that generally tends to heal. 99.9% of the healing takes place because the intelligence within you, the life force that is innate, takes care of the healing, right? And your mind is out of the way. That I call consciousness, okay? And the insight that I had was that when you remove your thinking mind out of the way, the consciousness within you, the intelligence within you, it literally acts like a magnet almost. It's almost like it observes, it becomes a magnet, and it pulls up that so-called negative heavy feeling, because it doesn't want it in the body, because the body is designed to get rid of waste, right? Get rid of things that don't serve the body. And negative emotions do not serve the body. They corrode the body. They are corruptive for the body. Therefore, consciousness, its job is to take you on an upward trajectory, to help you grow. So therefore, it takes that emotion and it literally pulls it up and lets it go. Another way of explaining it would be this. So in quantum physics, now once again, this is my science. This is not official science. I'm telling you what I sense. Is a lot of, in quantum physics, they talk about something called the observer effect. And essentially what the observer effect is reality is that which we observe. So the moment that we perceive it with our minds, reality becomes that. And so they call it the wave function. The wave function, it's a wave, it's a non-fixed reality that becomes reality, or they call it collapses from a wave function. It collapses and becomes reality when we observe it, when we perceive it with our minds, or we think it. And the way that I see this working is this is the other side of that observer effect. This is what I call, in my own language, is that such a word? I'm going to say it. This is the unobserver. I can't think of the right word right now. It's the unobserver effect. So it's like you are now choosing to unobserve that reality. And it doesn't mean that you look away, but you're choosing to go, okay, that is negative, I need to let it go. And you one step, you allow yourself to be aware of it. Second, you allow yourself to remove the mind out of the way. Consciousness looks at it, right? And then third, you feel it. And that is what I believe, it uncollapses that reality into a wave. It becomes unfixed. So we've all had that experience that when we've allowed an emotion up and the emotion's gone, that situation that looked so harrowing for us, actually, it looks like it's changed. That's because we changed. It's not as challenging. Maybe the situation isn't even what you thought it was in the first place. Maybe it's totally different now, right? We've all had that where we've misunderstood the situation because we were coming from an emotional space, a charged space that has changed. And finally, I would say to you why it works is because it's a natural process. Come back to that physical wound. It's designed to heal. Same as the emotional wounds or the mental wounds are designed to heal. We just need to get out the way and let the intelligence take care of itself. So that's some official science, some my own science. I call it, you can't even call it science, but it works. It always works. Give it a go. Give yourself 30 days, practice it. As you start letting stuff go, you'll feel lighter and lighter, and the world will look not as dark, it'll look lighter because you've changed. Be the change that you want to see in the world, and it will change. That's my promise to you. You do this, it will change. My world's changed, yours will change too. That's it. That's some of the science behind it, some of the why it works. Blessings from my heart to yours. I look forward to seeing you in a subsequent video. Thank you.